Hey there, and welcome to Hadrian's Other Stuff, my third channel. I know I am such a glutton for punishment. Anyway, this episode is going to be about making a rocket stove. Now, I'm sure that anybody that has clicked on this, I am at least pretty sure, has seen me making of a rocket stove. Um, and I don't want, and that would just be me doing that would just me doing something that everybody else has done. So, other than me, of course, we have to have a good spoke show. So there's a little spoke show of me starting to cut things off. But then as we go, I will stop and I will talk about how the different pieces, or I believe the different pieces are going to work. Um, yeah, so that will be the difference. So less construction, more theory. Hopefully you all like it. This will be the start of at least a 3-video set about this rocket stove. The person that gave me the commission has allowed me to maintain control of it for at least a couple of weeks, so I can at least get a couple more videos. The next one on it is how to make it run properly. And as are both of them, and as of discussions on how different things affect different rocket stoves, and the things, and talk about all of the varying things that no one talks about when they're making the rocket stove. You see all the wowie zowie and when it first lights up, but then no one ever talks about how do you keep the thing running. Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the theory of how one is built and building one, and then the next ones will be us learning how to use it. Now, I know most of the theory, but as with lots of things, theory and practice are not always 100% in sync. So this is the next set of videos will be to let's sync theory and reality. For example, I know that they just don't continuously go. But we'll get to that in the future. Anyway, next thing we will do is we will go make some cuts, and then we will talk about rocket stoves and how they work. Anyway, see you over at the cutting table, and I hope we all learn something and have a good time. Okay, now, since I last left, I'm not sure how much cutting footage is there, but this is more about the process than the build itself. So basically what we have at the moment is the basic K-frame. It's not assembled yet. It's still missing airflow here, ash door here, and a fuel door here. Now I'm going to be putting in, well, let's see, no, before that, still this part. What needs also, those need to be done. Also, the other thing that needs to be done is that, as you see, take here, this piece is cut here to match in with this cut. So what is going to happen is that the mesh for the bottom to hold the wood in place is going to start here, angle 45 degrees down this way like this, and then cut across here. And that way allow the wood, when it comes in, you'll still be burning on the mesh, and the air will come in this way and it'll go up and be sucked up the top of the tube. And that would make it a fully functional regular. But what I'm going to end up doing is putting a secondary burner inside it, which is basically, I'm going to cut a slot up to a 2-inch square bar. You come up to about here. Then that's going to take a 90-degree turn, and through the center, over the firebox, come up and then dead end here. And then on top of it, there's going to be a 2-inch square bar that comes up the middle, which is going to be for the secondary airflow. So basically, on top of it, I'm going to add a secondary preheater, a secondary thermal chamber, and a secondary air input. And now hopefully, with that, I should be able to get some decent stuff going. So at the moment, that's where this is. I am going to, and one last thing is that if you notice, I don't know if you can see, but that's not exactly what you would call cut disc cut. In fact, it is plasma cut with a little bit of cleanup. Not much. And I did not know exactly how much plasma cutting, how fast it can cut and how much time it cuts off. The fact of the time saving that the plasma cutter is cutting is allowing me the time to put in the secondary airflow chambers. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work, or at least tomorrow morning. So I will catch you then, and I will walk you through. Hopefully, when I come up, I will have more pieces, and I understand that my explanation is bad, but hopefully when I show it to you, you'll see what's happening. Anyway, but one more cut here in the front, a slot from here down, and that will be finishing this piece and making it ready. This piece still is going to need either a door or a flue gate. I'm probably thinking about a flue gate, and then that needs to be done. Obviously, the fuel mesh needs to be done. I'm going to have a slide tray. Just tray slides out, everything falls out, slides back in. And then that will be, and then of course, then there will be a door at the top of the fuel chamber, and also with it, I will end up making, and also coming up with it is a adapter so that I can burn wood pellets in this stove. So it will be both standard wood and wood pellet burning. So let's hope I'm as smart as I think I am, and it works. Anyway, I will see you after I get some pieces cut. Okay, here we are. The idea is this piece will act as a secondary air intake and eventually will be mounted here. The reason why this is cut out is so that I have better heat transfer from the firebox into this to preheat the air. The air will come in through the bottom here, up through the top, and will be kicked sideways with this piece, which basically putting it into this hole, the top of here, making the other end, in which case it will be into this piece. This way, as a matter of fact. And then, as the air comes through, it will be blocked with this piece, and then forced up, in which then this piece, until it gets to this one, where the really hot air comes up, and then because it's hot and it wants to go up this, it will come out here, about here in the middle of the rocket stove. And the idea is that once that happens, it will meet with the rest of the gases from the primary burn, and it will create a secondary burn here. Anyway, that's the thought behind it. So I'm going to go ahead, and as far as the build orientation, this piece is going to go here as a block, and then the rest, this piece, and then this all as one piece. But the reason why this piece is like this, and it has to be solid on the back, is if we're doing it that way so that when we get it done, we could take this will be the back of the piece, and we could just put it in place, and then weld this piece, and then it will be welded on both sides, and then that way we know it's not going to go anywhere. And then once that's in place, then I will take and then weld this one in, and then this piece, and then that will be all of the secondary combustion all ready to go into place. Anyway, I will see you when I get ready to install this mess. I'll talk to you then. Now I've got the secondary outside, and as you can see, the inside is in place. Plug is filled. Now talking about the primary or first stage, which basically will be this, with the fuel will come down this pipe and catch on this plate. And then here we come in this guy here. I may still have some more fitting to do. That's going to go there. And then, of course, there's a bottom gate, a side gate, and a fuel door. Fuel's going to come down in here, burn in this area here, heat up the air that's coming up here, and hopefully get really lots of air coming out. Now, the primary stuff, I know all of that's going to work. whether the secondary stuff is going to happen or not. So what I'm going to do is finish getting that grate in so that that's what keeps the wood from falling out the bottom and maintains the bottom of the combustion chamber. Because if you get too much down in here, air can't flow properly. And then once that happens, it just the entire system breaks down. So air comes in here, and because of the pull of this, everything behind this line doesn't get it, all the air is being this way. So anything this way isn't getting burned until it slides down past that line. So I'm going to go ahead and put my gates on, finish welding my mesh in place, and then finish welding this thing together. And then we'll see where we're at. More than likely, I'm probably going to not finish this tonight. I'll probably get it tacked tonight because it's starting to get late. So, yeah, that's how things are going to go. Okay, so I will see you when we get a little bit closer to being done. Now, as you can see, I've got the grill screen in, and this piece here, this angle here will meet this 45-degree angle here. So all I need to do that now is weld this outer body on, slide door, flap door, slide door, and legs, and it will be done. So let me go ahead and get welding, and well, now is the time to find out if it works. It is all put together. I got a bunch of wood next to it and more wood ready to go, so let's see if we can get this thing to burn. As you can see, the primary is doing its thing. I think that my issue is that I don't have enough updraft for the primary. That's why it's smoking the way it is. But the secondary has not kicked in. Anyway, I'm going to keep burning it and see if it kicks in. If it does, I'll come back and let you know what's going on. Well, okay. I don't know how well this is coming up on the camera, but the secondary is definitely kicked in at the moment. And it is doing its rocket thing. So I will consider this very much a success. Anyway, I hope see you on the next video. Remember, you are wonderful people.